Every loss has been orchestrated not by Kang, but by someone far more dangerous, far more calculating, and far more patient. What if Doctor Doom isn't just coming, but he's already here, and he's bringing Kang back? This isn't just another theory, this is a bombshell revelation that could rewire the entire future of the MCU, and if it's true, the endgame we thought we saw in Avengers Endgame was just Doom's opening move. So buckle up, because what you're about to hear might change how you see Secret Wars, the Kang Dynasty, and the fate of every hero in the multiverse. It starts not with Doom, and not with Kang, but with time itself. When He Who Remains was killed at the end of Loki Season 1, the sacred timelines split into chaos, 1,000 threads, infinite possibilities. But the mistake we all made, and that our heroes keep making, is assuming that Kang or his variants were the ones who benefited most from that chaos. But let's take a step back. Kang is a conqueror. He acts, he moves, he fights, he builds empires and burns people down. But Doom is a strategist. He waits, he lets others destroy themselves. And if we look closely, Doom might have seen the multiverse unraveling long before anyone else. In fact, what if he wanted it to? Here's where it gets interesting. In the comics, Doom is a key player in the Secret Wars storyline. But not just any player, he becomes God Emperor Doom, ruler of a stitched-together multiversal world made from broken realities. And how does that happen? Through the collapse of the multiverse, through incursions. Now let's bring it to the MCU. Ever since Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, we've been hearing one word repeated over and over: incursion. Two universes colliding, annihilating each other, dangerous, catastrophic, and according to Reed Richards, inevitable if you meddle with the multiverse. But here's the thing. Where there's destruction, Doom sees opportunity. Because in the comics, when the incursions reached their peak, it wasn't Kang who rose to power, it was Doom. He absorbed the power of the Beyonders, rewrote reality, and became a god. Not through brute force, but through preparation, through patience. Sound familiar? Let's connect the dots in the MCU. Kang is clearly being set up as the villain of the Kang Dynasty, but with Jonathan Majors' uncertain future and Marvel's shifting plans, fans are asking, is Kang really the endgame? But what if Marvel always had another card to play? What if Kang was just the distraction, and Doom is the real mastermind? Imagine this. Kang's death at the hands of Ant-Man wasn't the big win we thought it was. It was part of Doom's plan all along. Letting a variant of Kang fall, letting the Avengers believe they've won, giving the TVA a false sense of order. And while everyone's focused on Kang variants popping up across timelines, Doom is quietly maneuvering himself into power, possibly even manipulating time itself to bring Kang back. But why would Doom want to bring back Kang? Why would he revive someone so dangerous? Because Doom understands one thing better than anyone else in the MCU. Power has a cost. And to rule a broken multiverse, to rise in the ashes of collapsing timelines, you need to control the chaos before you conquer it. Kang is chaos incarnate, a multiversal threat, feared by every timeline. But in the hands of Doom, Kang isn't a threat, he's a weapon. Doom could very well be the one orchestrating Kang's resurrection, not to stop him, but to use him. And here's where things get wild. In Loki Season 2, we learn that the TVA is stabilizing timelines, pruning variants, and trying to prevent collapse. But they're failing. Time is breaking faster than they can fix it. Kang's variants are multiplying. And beyond all that, something darker is lurking. Something or someone who isn't trying to fix the multiverse, but reshape it. We never saw the face behind the curtain. But who's the one person smart enough to manipulate the TVA, understand multiversal mechanics, and rebuild reality in his own image? Dr. Victor Doom. Now here's the truly terrifying part. Let's assume Doom already has access to Kang's tech. Maybe he's recovered remnants of Kang's temporal core. Maybe he's found a variant, or worse, he created one. With that knowledge, Doom could reverse engineer time itself, bringing back Kang not as a conqueror, but as a servant, bound by Doom's will. The multiverse saga isn't just about broken timelines anymore. It's about who controls what comes next, and that might be the ultimate twist. Because if Doom brings Kang back, if he resurrects the most dangerous being across time, just to bend him to his own plan, then Kang isn't the big bad, he's just the beginning. Let's go deeper. If Kang's defeat was part of Doom's plan, then how far back does this plan go? How long has Doom been watching, waiting, calculating? The truth might be hiding right in front of us. Think back to Loki, to Multiverse of Madness, and even Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. All of these stories revolve around one thing: control, or more precisely, the illusion of control. The TVA tried to control time. Kang tried to control timelines, Strange tried to control reality, and every time it ended in chaos. But what if Doom wanted that chaos? What if he's been pushing every event toward collapse, toward a moment when no one is in control, except him? In the comics, Doom is more than a villain. He's a visionary, twisted by ego and trauma, yes, but undeniably brilliant. He doesn't destroy just to destroy, he destroys to rebuild. And in the Secret Wars storyline, when the multiverse collapses into nothingness, Doom doesn't flinch. He takes the scraps of broken timelines and forges Battleworld, a patchwork planet ruled by Doom, godlike and untouchable. Now imagine the MCU heading in that direction. The timeline fractures, universes collide, incursions escalate, and amid that chaos, Kang returns, not as a free conqueror, but as Doom's enforcer, used to break down what's left of the multiverse so Doom can build his own. The question is, how does Doom bring Kang back, and why now? There's a terrifying possibility here. Doom may have engineered Kang's death in the quantum realm, not to end Kang, but to strip away his autonomy. The Council of Kangs feared the exiled Kang because he was the most dangerous, the most unhinged. But what if Doom saw potential in him, not as a rival, but as a weaponized version of fate? The quantum realm, after all, exists outside of space and time. It's a prison, yes, but also a forge, a place where time can be rewritten. Doom, if he had access to quantum tech, through stolen Stark tech, or even Reed Richards' research, could reanimate or reconstruct Kang using a temporal echo. Essentially, a snapshot of Kang's consciousness and power before his death. Not a variant, not a clone, but a calculated resurrection using time itself as the tool. And that's where things get even darker. Because this version of Kang wouldn't be free-willed. He wouldn't be trying to conquer timelines on his own. He'd be a puppet, a scalpel, wielded by Doom to cut away the parts of the multiverse he doesn't want. It makes perfect strategic sense. Let Kang continue to be the boogeyman. Let the Avengers rally to stop him. Let them burn out their resources, fracture their alliances, and tear each other apart chasing a threat that's no longer in control of himself. And when they think they've won, when the last Kang is finally erased, Doom steps out of the shadows, revealing that he never needed to fight them. They fought each other, just as he intended. And here's where it all ties together. Every major moment in the multiverse saga has hinted at something bigger behind the curtain. WandaVision teased a dark force manipulating reality, not just Wanda's grief. Loki revealed the TVA was built on a lie. No Way Home showed that the boundaries between universes are fragile and easily broken. Doctor Strange 2 showed us incursions are real and they're coming. Quantumania gave us Kang, yes, but also showed us how vulnerable the timeline is to manipulation from outside its natural flow. And yet, not once have we seen Doom. That's not a mistake. That's the setup. Because Doom doesn't crash onto the stage like Thanos. He doesn't announce himself. He doesn't boast. Doom waits. He studies. And he strikes when the time is right, when all the other players have exhausted themselves. Now think about Avengers Secret Wars. The very name implies multiversal collapse. Secret alliance. I will be doing a part 2, following up with Secret Wars breakdown. This will be in my own opinion and theories. Don't forget to subscribe and push that notification on, so you don't miss that. I hope you all enjoyed part 1. Please comment on your own theories. It would be great to create a subscriber's theory, and I'll dedicate it to you with shoutouts.